What's up, everybody? JT here, founder of Find Your Edge Trading, and today we're going to go and do a market overview, looking into what's going to happen possibly next week, looking to see what happened this week, and just looking forward from there. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, we got a weekly chart here of the SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF, and you can see here that we have this nice little uptrend currently going on, but we kind of stopped this week and put in an inside candle compared to last week. So all of the action this week was within the prior week's range, and you can see that we kind of topped out here at a supply area that's marked off by our algo. So very interesting to see here. In my humble opinion, the market was trying to just keep action tamed going into next week. Now, next week we have CPI data being released at 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday. Valentine's Day could be a big move in either direction. So definitely going to be very interesting, and really looking forward to seeing what happens from there, because at that point I believe we're going to start to get some nice movement on the markets as a whole. Now, there have been a lot of opportunities within the market on some individual names, but overall the market has been sideways all week. And if we look at the daily chart here, you can see that we have been in a range for several days now, and we can just take a box right here and we can just draw this range right here. This is where we've been for the last several days. So until we get out of this range in either direction, I would expect nothing but chop, and I think that CPI will get us out of that chop. And when you look at the NASDAQ, we'll look at the weekly here on that as well. And you can see, again, we put an inside candle right there. You can see that we have some prior areas where we have sold off that we hit our heads at, as well as our supply labeled here by the algo. And if we look at the daily chart as well, you can see that today we kind of got a little bit outside of that range. We tried to push back up into it, but we kind of tamed it down a little bit. So very interesting to see. We did hold these prior highs that were notated before. Okay. So now let's take a look at some of the other names that are more notable. We have Tesla. And looking at Tesla, we did get a bearish end of the week here with our doji and our close below on the daily here. And if you look at this, we've had a area where we were looking for Tesla to test, which was around the 207 area, which was this area right about here. Okay, notated by this big box that we have here. You can see that maybe a little more defined right there. This is prior support that was broken in the future, and you can see that Tesla failed to get up past that area. Now, if Tesla continues to break down and break this trend line, I think we can easily test this 163.42 as notated on the chart. Let's look at some other names that we had strong weeks, which is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA also, same story. We kind of hit our heads at prior areas where we had broken down, which usually were support, and then broke down, and we just bumped our heads there, and now we started heading back lower. Again, a nice close blow on the daily, and possibly losing this trend line to the upside. So could see NVIDIA test back down under to the 190-ish area in the coming week or so. We've got Apple. Again, same pattern. We've got some overhead supply up here that is kind of bumping our heads. We've got 2 red days in a row. Today was another flat day, actually. Today was flat. We opened red, but ended up getting back above the prior day's low. So Apple was able to eke out a small gain today. But overall, we're still in an uptrend here in Apple, but that uptrend is in question. I think if Apple loses and closes below 150, I think then we can start to see things roll over for that name. Last but certainly not least, we got Microsoft. Last 2 days had a nice little bearish setup. Today we opened lower. Actually, this was one of the plays I took in our small account challenge, and we were able to hit our 5% goal for the account today, so that was great. You can see that this prior area of resistance, which became support and then was lost, was just tested again, and that test was rejected. We also lost the uptrend here in Microsoft. So I think Microsoft, it is able to continue lower back under 260. I think we can come back down all the way to the 245-ish area. All right, and last but not least, we got a couple other names. We got Amazon. Amazon, very interesting here. We had a nice little breakout, and then the last week we've just trended lower all week. So very interesting. It looked like Amazon was breaking out, and then all of a sudden, just the rug got pulled out of it, and now we've broken that uptrend, and looks like we're heading down to the 92 area. And then we got Google, last but not least. They came out with a AI to compete with ChatGPT, what Microsoft has going on, and then it failed. And ever since that failure, the stock has been absolutely crushed. Now Google's trading around 94.81. Looks like the next test of support is around the 91.50 area. If that is lost, we got a decent area of demand around 86.5. All right. That's it for right now. Looking forward to next week. If you guys have any questions, just feel to reach out to me. Also, make sure to check out our Discord. There's going to be a link here at the bottom of the description of this video. We're currently running a promotion. It is 25% off your first 3 months, plus it's only $5 to join for your first week, so give it a shot. You also get access to Easy Layup Algo, as you've seen on the charts. And that's it. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and have a good night.